battered by the remorseless waves, the wind whipping through my long, golden, hippie hair, Dan and I continued our futile struggle against the angry sea. Through salt-stung eyes, I glimpsed the hostile outcropping of boulders and rocky coral towards which we were inexorably plunging. As the roiling, churning waves flipped us over like a Monopoly board, and I crashed face first into the concrete ocean surface, one thought flashed through my mind. God, I wish I hadn't brought my computer on this damn rickety shit can of a canoe. It was one of those days in the rainy season when it isn't raining but it might as well be, with battleship gray clouds frustrating your solar-powered devices and the humidity at roughly 800%. I'd been sick for a couple of weeks from a succession of malaria, giardia, and strep throat. Now I had island fever, and bad. I needed to get off this blazing hot island and into a nice cold bar in the capital, post-haste. I had decided to travel from my village to the airstrip via a traditional outrigger canoe fellow PCV Dan had built with his host Papa. It proved to be a fateful decision. We pushed off from the shore and we were rowing along and having a fine time until the canoe started taking on water. Then we realized, in spite of our concerted efforts at rowing, we were no longer moving forward, and the tide was pulling us towards a rocky cove. That was when we capsized. In the frantic struggle to scramble ashore, we cut our feet on the coral and found ourselves lost on a deserted part of the island. No phones, no water, no clue. We climbed up some slippery rocks, then hiked up a really steep, muddy slope into the heart of the jungle primeval. After a long ascent, we found someone's garden and thought perhaps we were close to a road, but it turned out to be long deserted. I sat down in the mud amongst teeming hordes of giant ants and mosquitoes and flies and strange spiny plants and wondered, how are we ever going to get out of this? We hiked back to the cove and decided to give the shit can another try, as that option was still marginally preferable to dying of thirst in the bush. The canoe immediately started taking on water, again. Waves nearly capsized us, again. The canoe sank, again, but not all the way. Since the water was only shoulder high at that point, we pushed it the rest of the way ashore, glimpsing small, colorful fish and the occasional coral snake as they swam by through the clear waters. We washed up on the beach again, soaked, filthy, and exhausted, and began trudging the rest of the way to the airport in grim silence. We told the Nevans our harrowing tale and were greeted with gales of laughter. But I made my flight on time. After landing, I went straight to the bar and got really drunk. The end.